You've had a long week. You've been traveling, and one of the places you stopped along the way before getting here was in Washington.
That's correct.
I do want to show you a clip, which I don't know if you're going to want to remember or not, from earlier this week when AOC asked you a couple of questions. Just listen to this, and we'll talk about it in just a second.
Okay.
Why was the bank involved in the caging of children and financing the caging of children to begin with?
I don't know how to answer that question because we weren't.
So hypothetically, if there was a leak from the Dakota Access Pipeline, why shouldn't Wells Fargo pay for the cleanup of it since it paid for the construction of the pipeline itself?
Because we don't operate the pipeline.
So you're sitting there, you're hearing these questions. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that it's really important to respond to the question in an open and very honest way, and that's what I did.
But I imagine as you guys, I imagine do what they call murder board before these, where people, you practice or at least think about what are the kinds of questions you can be asked.
Oh, sure, you want to prepare. Yeah, that makes sense.
Were those questions on your list?
You know, there were a lot of questions on the list, and I think that we absolutely assumed that there would be questions about our involvement with a number of our customers in a variety of different industries. I think that, you know, one of the issues is whether or not financial institutions should be held responsible if something happens with a product that they might have financed. And I think that was the crux of the question, and my response was that the answer is no, because we don't, we don't drive the car, or we don't operate the pipeline.
Do you think that the politics of the moment are changing in a way where that, which was traditionally the answer, is going to morph?
It's not going to morph for us. I mean, our role in this country is to provide credit and financial services so our customers can be successful. That's what we do. We don't make legislation. We don't make policy. That's why we have elections, and folks go to Washington and they make decisions, and then we make sure that we follow whatever rules and policies are needed. But, my focus is how can Wells Fargo be a more successful financial institution?
What's the relationship today, do you think, between Wells Fargo and Washington and the way policymakers are thinking about you, recognizing, I think Maxine Waters, again, called for your resignation?
Yeah. Well, it's a very constructive relationship. I mean, politics.
But is that constructive if she's out? I mean, when you hear her say Tim Sloan shouldn't be in this job, what do you think?
I balance that against the hundreds and now over 1,000 emails that I received from our team members telling me how proud they were that I represented them well, right? That's what really drives me. It's what our customers think. It's what our team members think. Now, listen, folks in Washington are a very important stakeholder. We have a responsibility to be responsive to their questions. That's why, I was pleased to be able to participate in the hearing. But, you got to have a constructive relationship with all your stakeholders.